Hello everyone, welcome back to some more LA Noire. Last time we finished the last of the traffic cases, the Fallen Idol, and we've been promoted to Homicide, where we get to tackle all of these cases here. Now, before we do that, I do want to mention one important thing. I'd say the game's been rather nice when it comes to, you know, the bodies and how grotesque they look. No more. Each and every one of these cases and onwards even in the vice and arson desks feature more and more grotesque imagery. As such, I can't show a lot of it on YouTube, so you're gonna just see a black screen with me probably explaining, you know, where I'm looking, and you know what I mean. But viewer discretion is advised for those that would like to play it themselves. You know, I just don't want to get in trouble for anything. But with that being said, let's do this. The homicide case, the red lipstick murder. Let's see if the echo's still here. Seriously, I don't know, like, how, I don't know why it's still here. 6 months later, the red lipstick murder. Sorry, I know that's like horror and whatever, but
all right,
that blood splatter.
Let's get this over before lunch. Clyde Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Alright, yeah, completing a desk unlocks the streets of LA, which is a nice little, basically just free roam as you would have seen. With basically tackling all the street crimes and whatever.
Been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
I probably won't be doing that because the street crimes don't really matter to me, so yeah.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
They're just the same old side stuff, you know. Kill this guy, chase him down, you know.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, folks. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
You have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to censor this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely censoring that. Yeah, I'm gonna, to give less work to me and less of a black screen to you guys, I'm just gonna walk over here and avoid looking at the body.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the morgue.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Alright, let me censor the screen here and go look at the body.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stalked. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
Seems she's been shot, hurt really badly, but... Ooh, a
What about
ring.
this woman on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Yes. So this missing jewelry, a ring, was like, looked like it to be snatched from her finger. From her head injuries, we can tell it's blunt force trauma.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Alright. I don't believe I see anything on the other arm. No, I do not. Interesting. Some messages on her abdomen.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests from the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Okay, let's just move away from that. What's this? Ah, her purse. That was weird. My X button didn't work for a second there.
The victim's bag?
Ooh, no wallet or nothing? This is probably the lipstick in
Looks
question.
brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Oh. So the other person already have the lipstick? Okay. Next up is the hair clip. Or the hairbrush, I should say. Doesn't look like important. That's evidence marker A. Avoid the body. So from the blood trail, it looks like the body skid a few inches.
Never the same, are they?
Oh, what's here? A globe. A golden
Looks like
globe.
some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
A golden globe. Australia. There. Oh, that's fresh. The Bamba
Club. Why steal a table lighter?
All that work for a lighter? What? All that work for a lighter. Whatever, we're gonna have to investigate this Bomba Club. Avoid the body.
Find anything interesting?
Okay, let's not look at the body. I still hear the music. That's probably just some random stuff on the floor. Let me use my intuition. What? I can't use intuition.
Advice?
It's a crime scene, isn't it? Don't just stand there, take a look around.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. There are footprints, can we... Ah, yeah, I knew it. We can analyze footprints.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Size 8.
Men's size 8. Tinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
When we get to the Bomba, man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Alright, let's head to the Bomba. But yeah, I actually cannot show the body, so it's gonna be a thing for me to censor. Oh. You cannot drive at this time. What are you talking about, can't drive? I need her to drive. What? No. No, it's not my turn to drive. Your turn.
You're behind the wheel.
I solved the mystery and you're the chauffeur.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nixed.
There's a difference, Rick.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Oh, so far though, we know that some guy, possibly the werewolf, the Black Dahlia, came and beat up some woman to death. Took her stuff, most likely, as well, considering the ring was, like, ripped off her finger. The Bomba Club.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Ooh, okay.
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps.
Celine Henry.
Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice.
Oh, it's this this guy alone by
Detective
himself.
Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Jacob Henry, okay.
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Well... Actually, yeah, what about the husband? After all, you know, statistics show it's usually the husband that does it. Or the spouse, I should say.
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. Put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
You sure? Because you look a little twitchy. Yeah, he's not looking me straight in the eye. Bad cop.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. She picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
So what, he just didn't come for her and someone else did?
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Oh? Not moving his eyes. Good cop.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
You want a tip?
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
2 Barry 8899. Okay. We'll have to trace that.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Wait, wasn't there... Wait a sec. Whoa. Wasn't there one more question?
I better get back to sorting out the pay packets.
I thought there was one more question, like, about the ring. Oh. I guess we didn't need to know that. Okay, that was weird.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Incidental.
Let's use the phone. Icon's here.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. I guess we can, visit the Henry residence.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
That was weird, though. Husband's alibi. Okay. Jacob Henry, know that. Oh, she's regular. You know the husband? Yes. I'm 30, got the husband's alibi.
Find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
We should have driven that, not him. Oh well. So, what? Some random guy that isn't her husband went in and took her out? I have a hard time believing that. The Henry residence, so this is her house. I don't believe there'd be anyone here.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Oh, window's broken. Crud.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeper joint.
Alright. Guess we'll have to just recover what we can. Ooh, newspaper here. Family burnt to death. Good golly.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary arrangements.
You said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Oh. Looks like Fontaine's doing some shady stuff. Ah, well, that probably won't be important in the future. Let's continue. Glasses. I don't really think this means
Doesn't look
much.
like anything.
No, not gonna search the closet. Okay, that's completely odd. Yes, it certainly looks like the place has been ransacked.
No good to me.
Is that a key? Ooh, a shoe.
Size 9. Above average for a lady.
Ah. So a place has been ransacked, I guess? Well, we already knew that, but still. Window broken.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Yeah, there's glass everywhere. Expect him to just walk through. 5 minute part.
Celine and Jacob are
Okay.
obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband. But Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Good Lord.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Let's look around a bit more.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459.
Oh, I knew there was something here. I didn't do this part of the house. What is this?
Tiffany?
Oh.
Most of this stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
So the guy broke into her house trying to find her ring and then took it from her dead body?
Circumstantial.
What's the last thing? 4?
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
I knew it. She always wore that ring. Here's the same brush. Oh, that's everything. Okay. Oh, it scared me. Whatever. Let us go talk to the neighbors. Oh. Oh. Okay. The LAPD. Oh, sorry, ma'am, LAPD.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
There's no problem. So it could have been the husband after all. Alright, I believe we got the address for Jacob's apartment. Yes, we did. Okay. Let's go and pay him a visit then. See if he's really the person. Sorry, the criminal.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Why not? If he's the husband, it has motive. I mean,
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in and keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
yeah. Even if you have a hunch and think something, you gotta have the evidence to back it up. Very few things can you actually investigate with just a hunch.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
Wait, which? Okay, I guess we're just gonna.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
Ooh, a worker.
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry. We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
The alcoholism illness.
I get even the slightest sense that you're a
Get used to it.
What? Trying to scan over to him, but oh, this is one of those things.
You think the atmosphere is here?
Yeah, shade everything in. I always like this. Apparently how it works is because you're pressing down on the notepad, it creates an indentation, which pencil shavings, when you shave a pencil like this, it's still...
He'll be back in.
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Needs to do something about my wife. Sweet, this is premeditated. Trying to start from over here. No, it doesn't look like anything there. A bat.
Seems irrelevant.
That's probably because it is irrelevant. Is there anything in here? Alright, it's a bedroom. Packing his stuff. What is this? What, 11?
Size 11.
Not the size 9s or was it size 8 boots we saw at the crime scene. So, Jacob Henry isn't our guy. Yeah, size 8. Jacob Henry isn't our murderer. Well then, does he know the murderer? Because he says, "God, I need you to do something about my wife." So maybe he knows the murderer.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Matter of fact, the owner called you. What does it say over here? Yeah. The owner called you.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
He's lied, so he knows the murder, of course.
We know she went to the
Yeah.
bar.
The bartender there. He calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it.
Because you knew what would happen.
I'm gonna have to live with that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
You think you have a motive?
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
But you have thing problems. Should he be accused or... Okay, no accused.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth?
Okay. How about the notepad we found in your kitchen that says the death threat note?
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Okay.
You're not being rational.
What's this bunker?
Okay. Looked so simple.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Alright, let's call him.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other
Alonzo
messages?
Mendez.
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Huh. Okay.
What now?
Let's follow Jacob back to the station. Something about getting jumped makes me all itchy to lock him up.
Alright. I just bit my tongue there. Oh.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Okay, just gonna ignore that loading thing there.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-system pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob and the public will sleep easy tonight. Run along now, folks. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Alright.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Alright.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions.
Ah.
So you have access to tools.
So you have access to the murder weapon.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
Well, McCall's recollection of it, I mean...
The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator. Famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird. But she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man. But Celine, she never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
But then why didn't you just break up with her? Or better yet, divorce her? Or just break up with her before, don't even get married to her?
You did it. Everything points to you. What does text mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What, nice shooting text? Looking at us straight. Plus the lipstick markings don't really mean much of anything. Eh.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
Yeah, it was. We got your neighbor's testimony.
It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
Well, no, that isn't how it was. Your neighbor sold you out.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her. All right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, fellas. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
Well, this other guy better be our man.
You're behind the wheel.
And
To
where
Mendez's
exactly are we
apartment.
going?
To Mendez's apartment.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as a werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Alright, into the apartment we go. He is... No... what here? Here it is, Mendez, 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Fourth floor, okay. 3, 4. Oh, 12. Ten, 11, 12. Oh, wait, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is this fourth floor? Yeah, okay, 14.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Newspaper. Okay, not one of our newspapers. Where to look first? Oh, that's nothing important, I guess. What's in here? Oh, okay. Oh, what's this? Is this the size 8 we were looking for? Yes.
Mr. Ray. Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
It could. What? Yeah. What? I was wondering, what is this bloody thing here? This is the murder weapon, isn't it? The lipstick.
Match the color and brand of the body.
And the fact there's blood over it. Plus, oh yeah, how about the socket wrench? Looking real guilty.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. Better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Don will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Right.
Mendez, stop right there.
Honestly, why do they always run?
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Wait up. Good golly.
Get in and drive.
Right. Why couldn't he drive? Honestly. careful. What?
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Alright. Let's disable. Stay close to the left rear bumper of the suspect. Okay.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Think we got him.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Hands
Put your
in
hands
the
where I
air.
can see them.
Good golly, 51 minutes. Don't think I can put this in Share Factory. Oh well. But yeah, it seems like we got our guy. I mean...
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Okay, well, that's it then, I guess. Case closed?
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect, and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Well, case closed. This is gonna take a while to edit. Hey, no injuries, that's good. Henry's left to mourn what Mendez waits. Is there a flashback? No? Yes, please, don't.
This pain to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Alright, next time, the golden butterfly. See you guys.